a lot of people were there. We're not gonna like go back and forth to this topic because things happen. Um, but we did have to let go two really good workers over miscommunication. So I want to make sure that when we're FTOing or just talking to any of your coworkers within EMS, like you are fully respecting each other and keeping everything professional within a boundary. You should not like if you're joking, it's different, but like when you're just constantly throwing disrespect, like none of us are going to tolerate that shit. Like, I'm just
And
going to say it how it is.
and to be honest, like we understand and it's cool that y'all do whatever the hell y'all want to do outside of work. That's none of our business. You feel me? But we still know who you are outside of your uniform. So if you're blatantly disrespecting us while we're talking to you or while we're doing our jobs, that's a nah. Don't like you're still in real life, you are risking your own job.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, you ain't gonna pull up to your work and start talking to people that are your coworkers or your boss like that while doing the
And
same thing.
like yeah, you're not gonna do that, really.
Yeah.
Or if somebody's trying to help you, save you, you're not gonna disrespect them, foul mouth, or just try to talk to them any type of way just because you're not on clock.
Or
We're
if you're
not
in
we're
your
not
cousin's soul, like, it don't matter if you're your cousin's soul, you don't be disrespectful because you know who we are. Like, that's not cool at all, my
I,
opinion.
well, the thing is, if you're on your cousin's soul or whatever,
Well,
that's not our
Bean
business
tried to
because we
say he
don't
was
know
on his
them.
cousin's soul when he kicked me, and I know he wasn't because he was in city, and I don't have his cousin stuff. That's what I was
But
basing it
listen,
off of.
If we
that's
find out
that
you're
is the
blatantly
same way.
lying, that's different. If we know you're lying.
Right.
Forget about lying, but that is the same way. Like, when you make a cousin, you don't know any of us, just as we don't know any of you. And I'm saying that in the sense of like we can become acquainted. You can ask us our names, and we could get to know you on that cousin soul. But as of just the time that you have on the character that led you into EMS now, like we that's the only person that we associate with, not any of your other souls. Um, let's see. Another thing was just FTOs making sure like you guys are like stepping up and like helping people when it comes to when they're asking like where certain shit is, how to find it, or just helping in general.
As an FTO, you're supposed to be the one setting the example for anybody coming into this job. If someone is a little not fully aware or not, you know, picking things up as quickly, you cannot be disrespecting them just because they don't work or move at your own pace. Everybody works at their own pace and learns at their own pace. So if you're over here making someone feel bad, disrespecting somebody just because they don't learn or do things the way you prefer them to be done, you might as well get your FTO stripped now. Because as much as we appreciate having them, like that's not okay. Like let's say you when you first came in, you didn't know none of this. You didn't learn everything just by yourself like that. Someone had to teach you. And you should give the same respect to somebody that you're FTOing,
Yeah.
regardless of gender, fucking whatever, status, whatever.
I
Because
say like you bleed the same blood. You bleed the same blood. Like
that and like if you're an FTO and you're showing them what to do and what not to do, I don't need y'all to be doing reckless shit, okay? You know, driving reckless and fucking like disrespecting your coworkers, like it's we love to have fun, we love to joke and all that shit or whatever, but you're not gonna go around and like teach them the wrong shit to do. You're not gonna teach them, oh, it's okay to just beat people up. Oh, it's okay to just like talk shit to other people. Like, we're not gonna do that.
yeah. Um Shit, there was something else that I wanted to say beforehand.
This man.
I think I kind of got
He,
distracted in
Shut up,
a
bro.
race moment. But somebody wanted to speak.
I don't know. I didn't bring that man up here.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, I think I should ban this nigga from the court. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
What the fuck? Who's
Trayvon, why you laugh
Damn,
like that?
what the
Trayvon. I'm gonna turn him down. Holy
evil
shit.
as fuck? That shit
Uh,
was
Oh,
loud as fuck.
I didn't
Come
know
on,
that
bro.
was not
Oh
okay.
hell
hey
no! You
yo,
gotta
hey
go
yo,
Hell no.
hey,
That was
hey,
worse than
40%.
Chill.
hey,
donkey.
Wait,
hey,
chill.
this nigga just woke up from a nap, bro. Oh
I
That's
god.
sure
worse than
did, nigga.
worse than
Hey,
donkey.
Alright, we off track. We off track. We off track.
hey. Back on topic. See, but that right there is also another prime example. Like we're all about having fun. We're all about, chatting it up. Like at the end of the day, like it's all like a game and it is supposed to be meant for fun. But when you're coming into like a serious RP server and you're doing a serious gov job, like you have to be professional when it's time to be professional. And I can't say how many times we've spoke to people about this, um, like to where it's got to the point to where like if I see this shit, I'm about to just start like issuing strikes. But we've told y'all multiple times about tasing people and tackling people and cuffing people in front of the hospital. Like none of that should be happening
If y'all
ever.
do it like, off to
Right.
this look, I get it. When you see somebody that you're cool with, I be wanting to tackle the fuck out of them too, okay? But something light or not in front of other people or in front of the hospital because it makes it okay for other people to come over here and do that shit. And that shit gets annoying after a while.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
if
this
someone is telling you to stop or whatever, then stop, bro. That's it. They probably are not in the mood or they don't like that shit.
It's just
Daddy Pinky.
either way,
I
like
mean, especially when you're like a FTO, you're setting an example, bruh. You don't want to do all that shit, especially when you're showing somebody the ropes, thinking it's
Yeah, we
okay to do all that shit. Yeah, no, that's not cool.
we just
honestly,
went over that
for
part.
for that
Ah,
whole
shit, my bad.
that whole part, rank is irrelevant. Like if a civilian sees you as an EMS worker doing something, they're going to think it's okay. Like it doesn't matter what your rank is.
Oop,
Why'd you? Okay. Um. Another thing is, I haven't seen this issue in a minute. Like I've said, like when it's not busy and you're just there's a couple of you chilling at like the hospital or something. If you guys are like listening to music on like a reasonable tone and kind of like away from the main area of the hospital, I'm cool with that. But I don't want anybody doing any of the PMMS screens in front of the hospital. And I sure as hell don't want nobody like blasting music so we can't hear each other or hear the radio or hear none of that. So just watch out for stuff like that too. Um, let's see. Let's see some of these things that let's see. Medical supplies. Medical supplies while off duty. Um, as everybody knows, when they come into EMS, like it states like up in the SOPs that when you're on duty, you're allowed to have that equipment, carry that equipment with you. But anytime you're going off duty, make sure you're always putting your stuff in your personal stash. If you don't know where to find the personal stash, let somebody know. No matter like who it is, you can just ask around, and people will help you figure out where that is. Um, let me see. I lost it for a sec. Here we go. And then reviving off duty, that goes for the same thing. Um, you shouldn't be reviving off duty for one if you shouldn't have medical equipment on you when you leave the hospital. And then when clocking off, you should also be clocking off within your F4, which takes away access to prevent that. Um,
I don't want us to reach a point where I need to be checking people's pockets before and after work. Like somebody should not be having 20 handcuffs, 20 plus handcuffs, 400 med kits, like mad shit in their pockets. Cause at that point, we don't know if you're stealing from us to go sell We don't know what you're doing, like, you know what I'm saying, off duty. Like, the fact that it's even considered to treat you guys like that is not okay. Like, I don't want to have to do that. Like, none of us want to do that. Like, and you shouldn't have handcuffs or a taser until paramedic at all. But if you are a paramedic and up and you're holding about 20 plus handcuffs and fucking
It's actually an SOP, so you can only carry 200 med kits.
and other gear, you might as well get a strike or just leave at that point.
And with that being said, like, just if you know, like, the shit that you should be carrying, um, I think, like, yeah, so Rashawn moved it to paramedics now. This is where you got to be to get cuffs and a taser. And even then, like I've said this like so many times, and so is management, like everybody else, the cuffs and the tasers, the only time that that stuff is to ever be used is when you're in a situation where your life is in danger, or if you know you have somebody, and this is only if, um say there's somebody at the hospital messing around and you've asked them multiple times to leave and you've called PD and they have not showed up. That's when you can cuff them and take them off the property. But like even then, I'd prefer you guys to not do that. And then like tasing somebody, that should just be like strictly to if like you're in like a life threatening situation, somebody's attacking you or trying to hit you with a car or something like that while you're like picking somebody up. But even then, I would prefer you guys to walk away, like try to walk away from the scene.
Your
Um,
safety is number one, to be honest.
exactly. Interns. Like I've heard people ask questions about like taking interns, who's allowed to take them, who's allowed to do this, who's allowed to do that. Um, sometimes it really just depends, and so we let like if there's only like a select few people on duty, and if there's an intern, sometimes we'll let them ride along with a EMT. But the only time that like an intern will actually properly be getting any training is when they're with their FTO. And most of the time, if the ranking is available on duty, we prefer to have an intern driving with a paramedic or up.
Yeah, like ride-alongs are fine if we're like overstaffed and there's just like a lot of people, like,
Exactly.
but they're just going to be shadowing. So you cannot give the green light. If you're not an FTO, you can't give a green light saying I gave somebody an FTO test and they're good to go, because then once they go do their final test with management, they're not up to par.
Exactly. They're not fully prepared. And that's another thing. With the interns, like I want most of the interns to know that like they are able to let us know when they're ready to get their promotion. And some of them, like some people do complain that like, oh, like, you know, interns should be able to be promoted when ready. And yeah, I agree with that, but at the same time, like we also want people to experience a level of that ranking before just promoting. And so when I say this, I'm meaning if you are like an intern starting like first day, you're not getting promoted the first day. Like it doesn't work like that.
To be honest, not just
Obviously,
interns. I want everybody to experience their ranking before just fully
exactly.
just flying up the ranks, because I want everybody to just, like Alex said, just experience it.
And it does, especially with you know, once you guys start climbing to the higher ranks, you get different like experiences, or sometimes you know like you unlock a new vehicle or something like that, just something excited, like exciting
It's
for whenever
something to
you
work
do.
for.
Exactly. And also I know a lot of people are here for, you know, obviously their paychecks and stuff. So, you know, the the default pay goes up as well when you're getting these promotions. Um, let me see, Ray. What did you want to speak on about this? Let me pull this up. What did you want to speak on about that? Because I seen you listed the
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Mhm.
For any government officials or whatever, Gov is just here to help. If you are Gov, like you guys are just here to help when we're low staff, or if like you have the time and you want to help, like that's totally cool. But Gov is not allowed to FTO. Gov is not allowed to like just take any like interns or anything on duty. If you want to ride along with people, that's totally fine. I have no problem with that. Like that's cool. But as like FTOs, final tests, and like just doing any of that, Gov is just here to help. And if you see somebody that is like in regular clothing, like doing like any like helping, like reviving and stuff like that, you know, they might be Gov, so don't worry about it. You can always ask us too, and we'll let you know, or you can ask them. But you know, sometimes we do have Gov helping us.
Mhm. Um, and then I wanted to see what Ivy wanted to say about skipping over calls and like people not doing their call outs or codes. Did you want to speak on that, or did you just want like to be a general topic?
I can speak on it if you want. For real, the whole skipping over calls thing, like I get that sometimes our dispatch messes up and we don't get to see all the calls. Whoever is on duty, like try to see if all calls are code 4 or check in your big UI. You can see what's taken, what has been taken and what hasn't been taken. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
literally
mainly like the
easy. You
long
can
distance
see
calls that are
that.
like out in Toledo that get skipped over, you know, like the further out ones. Like I know nobody wants to drive out there. It's a hassle sometimes and like all of this, but you know, like the calls have to get taken.
We still had to take them.
Yeah.
And all the calls take turns. That's it. Like, I understand the close ones we all want to grab just because it's right there and whatever, but take turns taking calls because if we
No,
see
that
people not taking calls just because it's further and like nobody's like trying at least, that's not okay.
Doesn't make you look good.
see, and this is also something like while we're talking about calls, like yeah, we still have the same rule when it comes to, the two highest ranking people on duty should be the ones at the hospital. Um, but with that being said, like
They're supposed to
everybody,
take
no
calls
matter
too if
exactly,
there's nobody
exactly,
there.
exactly.
Everybody got to move. Like even when I'm there, I barely stand in front of the hospital if I'm on duty. I'm picking up calls. I'm not about to sit there and be a potato. I'm not gonna lie.
It gets boring.
Hell yeah.
It really does get boring.
And then
I
some if
can.
I need somebody to sit in front of the hospital, I'll switch out. We could take breaks and switch out, but I want everybody to move.
Yeah,
You
and
don't
I'm
get
about
bored
that
sitting
too.
there? I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
so if you start staying there, bro, it's like fuck, you'll start falling asleep and shit. I feel like.
I've never went on patrol in my life.
Oh
Fuck.
hell nah.
So what?
Mm.
I don't go on
I'm
patrol.
sorry. It is front of the hospital right now.
No.
Oh my god, who are in the little freaking devil? What am
Oh
I looking at? What am I looking at?
hell
What am I looking at?
no.
What am I?
No, no,
They
no.
are so.
Okay. We
Who
gotta
is that?
mute and I gotta move.
What
Cause
is with the devil?
absolutely not.
What is this?
Are you talking about the zombie shit?
Bro, look at
Nah,
the little. No,
there's
they're like
it
little
and there's little
Chuckies, bro.
Chuckies.
There's little
Oh,
Chuckies
Oh
running
my
around.
that's a new
that's the
script.
shit
That's a
that
new.
you
I'm
No,
about to
Yo.
beat him. Can I shoot him?
wait, no, no, no,
Can I
no,
beat
no.
him with the
Don't
bat?
worry. Hey, that's a new script. Don't worry about that. Don't worry
I
about that.
can't beat
Don't
him
worry
with the
about
bat.
that.
Who gave me these glow sticks?
who
Bro, what
okay,
he just turned me
back
into?
to our meeting, back to
Bro,
our
don't
meeting.
worry about that. Don't worry about
What did
that.
he? Damn.
Shut up. Shut up.
Back to our
But
meeting.
when it comes to those when it
Yeah, I
comes to
got you,
super
bro.
long calls though, like no cap, it's literally our job to do so. Like those guys are looking out for
Hey,
us for a
less at the
reason.
hospital.
Ray, mute real quick while Trayvon's speaking.
But yeah, no, it's just our responsibility. I mean, you signed up for the job. You guys wanted it, so why not fucking go get it, you know?
Chucky, back up before you get this tap.
Yo. Okay. But no, that's all I really had to say on it. Like those calls are fun, bro. Like,
Hey,
come on.
hey,
Have fun.
wait, come here.
Alright,
Wait, tell me when you're done.
Charlotte, Charlotte had a question.
Yeah.
Hey, my good friends. Hello. Yeah, so I have a question. So do I like when we're really busy, do I have to say my call sign? Or can I just say 1097 to my
Say your call
pussy?
sign, always.
Everybody's got to say their call sign.
Everybody's gonna say their call sign.
If anybody doesn't
Okay,
know,
but
it's always your call sign, then your 10 code. So, for instance, C3 going 1097 to Unc Winters, right? Or, for instance, something like that. Or if you have somebody in your car, you do +1, +2, +3, however many people are in the vehicle with you.
well, I know that much. It was just, saying like when we were like really busy, like calls after calls after calls after calls, like, you know,
Yeah.
so we have to say a call sign. But like yes, I feel that.
Like,
Okay, but that's the only
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've seen other like places that do it without saying the call sign, and it's so messy. It's so messy and so unorganized. The purpose for the call sign is just so we know that you are the unit that's taking that call. You know?
yes.
And then it helps us out when there's like one of those what's it called? One of those big ass alerts. I can't think of it off the top of my head because I just woke up from a fucking nap. But
It's
nurses and up
like,
for those panic buttons. So we need to make sure the right people are going to the right calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then that is the only question I had. Bye bye. And bye,
Thank
Rashawn,
you for the
my brother.
question, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
We
no
do.
problem, nigga. Sorry.
What did you just?
Why did I get dragged back up here again?
I meant to
I think Aiden had something to ask.
Hey, where were y'all seeing Chucky's and shit?
in front of the hospital.
What the fuck? I
Oh,
exploded.
pull up.
Oh yeah, it's a
Y'all
new.
don't want to know what's going on outside.
It's
You
a
really don't.
it's a new Halloween script
Aiden,
coming.
did you request to speak, my man?
Hold on.
I don't see you on here. Aiden, are you gonna put in a request, my boy?
We can invite him to the stage.
Oh shit, my bad.
No, you're good.
Okay, am I can yes, I'm
Oh,
here.
yep. You're good to go.
Alright, so stealing cars has been an issue. I know of that. It's happened several times to me in the past. Today one was used in a couple of VDM incidents, so I was thinking, so you know how we
Oh,
have the ranking system for interns, EMTs, paramedics, nurses, head nurse, doctor,
Mm-hmm.
head doctor. Each of those
Etc.
can be associated with a number, and then you can put down your call sign to basically ID your car. So when they see the car, they could just be like, "Oh, it's
I've seen that.
306," which would
I
be
know what
my
you're
call
talking
sign.
about. Yeah, yeah.
So 306 is my call sign, so my car got stolen, and then we can figure it out from there. And so that was the car thing. Um,
Um,
another. Oh,
we can definitely discuss that after this.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I figured that out from PD. I was experimenting. So that's what I
Um,
had
Sure.
for
I
the
definitely,
car topic.
I
Another.
definitely did look over that, and with what Aiden said prior, um, when you guys are being FTO trained or when FTOs are training people, remember to train your people to always lock their doors and cut off their sirens before exiting vehicles. Go ahead. What was your other question?
So the other one was kind of like a just a in general type thing. So
Mhm.
occasionally, because this was in a weird incident that we had with PD yesterday, people keep pulling up to scenes after the scene has been code forward. EMS is on the thing, and then some random car pulls up and starts shooting too. Like, are we? What are? And yesterday, EMS got flat backed because of that. Just straight up flat backed because someone just pulled up after EMS was already trying to heal everybody. So what should we do in those types of situations?
In those type of situations, um, usually if it is an active scene, we tell people to post up a block away. If you see somebody coming and you kind of have a general idea of what's about to happen, I prefer you to back away from the scene. Don't completely leave if you still have people down. Just get in your vehicle and pull away until you know it's completely safe for you. Um, and if like this is like a reoccurring issue, like you would like be able to report it to like gov as an issue with somebody constantly killing you as an EMS worker. But kind of like as Jimmy said, like in the chat, um
Yeah, I saw that, and I
you
wanted
know
to bring up real quick that EMS yesterday didn't intercept the scene. Even us PD officers thought the scene was code 4. We called EMS in, and EMS was still flat backed.
yeah, so in a scene like that, the EMS worker should definitely pull out from the scene if they don't feel safe. Like honestly, stay in the general area so once that scene's over, you can go and assist the people. Um but like I said, if it's a reoccurring issue and you're being specifically like targeted as an EMS worker, then you can report it to gov and they'll handle the issue from that end. Um but no, that's like just as like the normal issue, like it happens, you pulled up to a scene that you didn't know was over or something like that, yada yada yada. Uh, just get in your car and try to avoid the scene completely until you know it's completely over.
Alright, that's all I had.
Okay, cool. Does anybody else have any questions about the stuff we've currently discussed? Let me see. Let me pull up this little chat box. Can you be an FTO? Yeah. If you want to be an FTO, open up a ticket and we'll get you set up for FTO test. Um, so yeah, since it seems like everybody here is quiet, I'm just gonna go ahead and say like I appreciate all the work that all of you do put in and I respect you all like grinding and doing your thing. Um just respect each other, treat each other how you guys want to be treated. If you ever like feel disrespected in any type of way, I'm talking about like sexually, racially, anything like that, like in any scenario, bring that to us and we will handle that how it needs to be handled. I want everybody to feel safe in this work environment and be able to actually enjoy the job together. Um, does anybody else on the stage have anything that they want to go over before we um Q&A and then head out?
No, nothing over here for me. Just love y'all niggas, you know?
Magic, your question. Um, so I will say it goes both ways. So bringing people back to the hospital when they're flat backed, yes, that is supposed to be a thing. Um, sometimes we understand though, like if it gets way too busy, or if like you are the only EMS worker on, and you're really like in a rush, I completely understand like pulling them to the side, just kind of playing it out professionally and like bringing them back up. Um, so it really just varies on like the situation. If we're really well staffed, yeah, you can bring them back to the hospital, and all that good stuff. But if like it's real busy and we're really short staffed and stuff, like none of us are gonna be upset if you can't bring them back. Um, So usually when they're flat back and you bring them back to the hospital, you do take them to like an operating room for RP. Um, yeah. But like I said, that is just that's if you have enough staff, because I know like it tends to get busy in the city, and a couple of nights like I see some of us running like real low staff, and I know it gets hard. So nobody's gonna be on your toes like really really bad about it. Um, does anybody else have any questions? Anybody? Anybody?
Let's talk about liveries with our cars too. Um, Give me a second. I need to. So like I know like there hasn't been liveries on our EMS vehicles. There's a little spot in the little workshop where we repair our cars that we can just put the liveries on, but don't put any upgrades, don't put anything else, just the liveries. And if we are using our own personal vehicles, please have the livery on. I don't want to see like your I don't want to see you driving around doing EMS work without like a livery on. You know, just there is chaos right now in front of the hospital.
Shit's wild as fuck, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm flying on AZ's back. He's a bird.
I'm a bird too.
But
How the
Um,
yeah,
fuck do you even
that's pretty
change
much
into
it,
that shit,
guys.
bro?
Like
Fuck.
we are definitely better. EMS is back on top, you feel me? But we just have the little things that we're trying to correct and bring back together. If this cow don't get out of my face.
Snake.
um,
Bro,
but no,
what
no, no,
is
no, no,
this
no, no.
shit?
I like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this because I know everybody wants to get to the city and see all of this chaos that's going on right now. Um, we do love you all. We appreciate you. Like I said, my biggest thing is just please make sure you guys are respecting each other and treating each other how you want to be treated.
On
Um,
duty, off duty.
yeah, exactly. On duty, off duty. Just you know, if somebody says something that you don't like, just go on about your business and do your own thing. And if it's like an issue that continues and continues and continues, bring it to our attention and we will handle it for you.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, uh, I'm gonna head out. Everybody, take care. Um, wait. Let me see this question real quick that Miss Magic had. Somebody tries to rob you while on duty at gunpoint. Honestly, let them go through with the scene because like they literally cannot rob you in any type of way. It'll just scuff their pockets and make them look dumb. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna skedaddle out of here and enjoy this mayhem. You guys have fun, enjoy your night, and then management. We can all go to the management call. But I'll talk.
W, love you guys.
Boom. Shay, move you. Trayvon, move you. Ray Baby, move you. All right, bye guys.